strengthen the feeble hands, and steady the knees that give way. Say to those with fearful hearts, be strong, do not fear, your God will come. That's a prophecy from Isaiah 35 that is key to one of the stories in our passage in Mark that we didn't get to on Sunday. Now the story is Jesus healing a deaf and mute man, and it's an odd one because it's one of the ones in which Jesus does something instead of just saying something in order to heal. He touches the man's tongue, he spits, and he touches the man's ears. He does things that are different. And many scholars have argued about why he does so. We don't really know. It seems as though it's a gracious gift to this man. This man needed to know and to be touched and to have someone come and care for him in a way that maybe he hadn't received for a while. After all, someone that's deaf and can barely speak, you could imagine he was probably made fun of and excluded from a lot of different places. And so Jesus takes him aside, makes him feel included, and then opens his ears so that he can hear and his mouth so that he can speak, and he can speak well. It's an amazing miracle and one that is a fulfillment of what comes from Isaiah 35. So this is how the rest of the quote goes. Say to those with fearful hearts, be strong, do not fear, your God will come. He will come with vengeance, and with divine retribution he will come to save you. Then the eyes of the blind will be opened, the ears of the deaf unstopped. Then the lame leap like a deer, and the mute tongue will shout for joy. So here in this story of Jesus healing a deaf and a mute man, we have ears unstopped and a tongue loosened and someone giving praise to God. And in fact, this is what the crowd says about him in Mark chapter 7. People were overwhelmed with amazement. He has done everything well, they said. He even makes the deaf hear and the mute speak. They see in this a fulfillment of this prophecy from Isaiah, and they expect this amazing king to be able to do all that they want to drive out the Romans, to get rid of their enemies, and then to rescue them and set them up as the rulers, the people that are in authority. And of course, we know from the rest of the story that that's not what happens. We'll get to that more on Sunday. But here is where we start to see a culmination of the first section of Mark, where this realization that Jesus is the King that has come to save them, that he fulfills these Old Testament prophecies, and we see this happening. Now, the way Jesus comes with divine retribution is not to slaughter our enemies, but to recognize that there is a good and a bad part that drives through the heart of every individual, and to come and to take upon himself the punishment for what has gone bad so that we can be freed from it and then healed to live a good life, whether we think we're bad or good. And so this call goes out to all of us, and this reminder, this message to everyone from Isaiah. Be strong, do not be afraid, for your God will come to you, or in fact, in Jesus, he has come to you.